What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome back to the live. Did a live yesterday. If you guys didn't catch it, go back in my live section on my YouTube. Check it out. It's about covert contracts, how they will destroy your business, your marriage, your relationships, and how I eradicated covert contracts from my life. Something that's a very important topic that nobody ever really talks about. I like to talk a lot about social dynamics and things that have just helped me, man. The trials, the tribulations, the things that I've been through. Some of them may be similar to what you've been through, some of them may be different than your life. But the one thing that I know is consistent across the board is that everyone has been through challenges. And doesn't matter what we go through, dude. It matters how we come out the other side. All right. It matters that we keep going. Had a guy I knew years ago, man. I was in the music game and he was an artist. And, went our separate ways. I kind of went down the, modern country route. I was more of a classic 90s country type of guy at heart. But wherever that fit in the industry, he was more of an indie type artist, alternative rock. And I found out about a year ago that he was in a car accident. Dude got paralyzed, like legs down. Terrible car accident. What's crazy, I got a call from my friend who knew him real well. He said, dude, he's doing amazing. There was a time there that he was going to take his own life. Like, it got really dark for him. And I had to kind of put myself in that position and understand that I can't imagine being paralyzed, and just life as you know it has changed. And that can be, I can't even mentally go there. Right. And so I resonated. I understood what he was talking about. But I also see him and he is flourishing, dude. He's revamped his house. It's all handicapped, like equipped. He's got a foundation, dude. He's doing this music ministry. And he started it and he's doing it all right. He's got attorneys, he's got accountants, man. He's building on this. So it's really cool to see him come out the other side of the challenge, of the darkness, right? The darkest part in the forest. I don't know what it's going to be for you. What's up, guys? What's up in the chat? Hey, Rhode Island. What's up, my boy TCs? What's up, guys? Lakeland, Florida. Greg, Truth Seeker, my man. What's up, brother? South Carolina. Yeah, it's hot outside. Y'all stay cool, man. But the cool thing is he came out the other side. And I know every single person here on this channel, I always like to bring it back to this because this is what this channel was founded on. This channel was founded on a difficult time in my life. And it was also founded with the priority first that I'm going to overcome it. That's I'm documenting this. And I knew it was going to be a great story. And one thing that the channel did for me is that it documented the story. It kept me held to the contract of continuing to document me writing the check, right? Writing the check every single day, betting on myself because you guys were watching. Okay. And it wasn't the world. It wasn't the globe, wasn't tuning into my little pressure washing channel. Okay. It was you guys who have always been there. What's up, Chris? You guys were tuning in to my challenge in my life. And the only reason you were doing that is because you've been through something similar. Doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it was something childhood, right? Maybe you had a parent pass away. Maybe you dealt with some abuse in your life. Maybe you dealt with a terrible divorce, custody situation. Something is going to forge the man. It is coming. I know it is. It's coming for my son. I know it is because it comes for all of us. But the best part about this is, as a dad, I'm aware and I know how I have to equip him with the ability to not lose his head in the moment. My dad gave me that. He told me, I remember exactly what he said. I was broke as a joke, living in my van. I remember it. I've told the story numerous times. He said, Aaron, listen, it's very hard to be sad with a stack of $100 bills in your pocket. And that turned a light bulb on for me. Now we all know, look, the caveat, I know, I hear it in the chat. Well, rich people are sad too. Okay, that wasn't what he was saying. He was saying get to work. He was saying quit moaning and groaning in the most loving way he could. Quit moaning and groaning. There is no woe is me here. Get your ass out there and go clean something and go change your life. And I took that to a whole nother level. I said, you know what? I'm not only going to change my life, I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to shift gears, man. I'm going to make this thing a learning experience for everyone who was against me, because there were a lot of people against me, man. Whole crew of attorneys were against me. Whole crew of a ton of people. Slander, go down the list, man. If it could be said about me, it was said about me. All right. Yeah, I mean, stuff that I'd never even heard I did in my life. I apparently did. Okay. And so I had never had that. One of my biggest fears in country music was losing that identity of what I was working for. And it broke me of that. It truly did. It made me someone who was uncontrollable. It made me someone who like, you can say whatever you want about me, it doesn't matter. I'm going to win. Doesn't matter. Don't care. I do not care. And sure, maybe you know, you might trip me up every now and then, but one thing's for sure. AP is hard to kill. Hard to kill. And that's what I want to kind of bestow on you guys. So look, if you got any questions for me, put it in the chat today. Yeah, TCs, you remember those days, man. It was rough. And they'll tell you, like, those were the days I could have never fathomed you know, being a part of an invention of like the super pump or the batch buster valve system or the wash watch system, right? And pioneering some of these things with some of my best friends, man. These were things that were not even on the horizon. And so what I want to bestow upon you, man, is just, you don't know what's ahead, but I promise you it's good. I promise you there's going to be other challenges for sure, but you always got to start swinging up in your thoughts. Try to get momentum in the positive, right? Swing up. I don't know what's ahead, but I know it's good, baby. I know it's going to be good. I know we're going to make money. We're going to get ahead on this. How do you know? I just know. You know why I think this way? People are like, they don't really, maybe it's confidence, maybe it's cocky, maybe it's arrogance, call it whatever you want. I just don't believe we live long enough to be any other way. I understand mortality. And how do I understand that? It's because I watch my son grow older. I watch my father grow older. I know I'm in the middle and I'm watching this timeline run on a ticker. I'm watching it. I know that coming soon, I'm going to be next, right? So I don't believe you have time to constantly be talking like, oh, it's expensive. It's this. Dude, you don't live long enough to talk like that. When it comes to investing in your business, you don't live long enough to sit there and talk about how something is expensive that's going to make you money. When you say that about a product or a chemical or anything in our industry, a training, right? It just immediately evokes this ickiness that your wife definitely feels because you don't believe enough in yourself. You don't see the ROI. And which shows me that if you can't see the ROI in pressure washing, you can't see the ROI in anything because pressure washing is very high margin, right? Oh, Sergio. Look at him running his fingers. Look at this guy. See? Watch this. Watch how easy it is. Ban and delete. See, that's how easy it is, Sergio. See? See, ban and delete. I was going to put you in timeout. But see, like, that's how easy it is. When you get attacked by people, when you pay for the software, see, I have a software here, and all I have to do is click ban and delete. See, that's how easy it is, man. Look, you invest in the software that makes it easy for you to weed trolls out at the fingertip. See, I pay what I pay for this? $300 a year for this software. I click, done. Otherwise, I would have had to gone in there to YouTube and like figure out how to ban them. Nah, man, I got it at a fingertip, bro. I regulate the trolls, bro. So, talking about investment, right? Look, make it easy for you to get the trolls out of your life. There's a perfect real-time example. I love that, man. I promise you guys, I did not script that. That troll did not show up because I told him to show up. talking about investment in software. I don't own the software, so I can't make a dime off of it. But yeah, if you got any questions about your business, what's up, Saudi Arabia? What's up, man? Man, I bet there's some good cleaning, dude. There's a lot of money out in Saudi Arabia. There's definitely some money to be made in pressure washing. I know it's real dry, but I'm sure you could do a lot of post-construction cleanup. I know they keep those places super clean in the cities and some of those areas that are really nice. Dude, you got to figure out how to clean the palace out there, bro. Let me tell you one thing. You land the Saudi palace cleaning it. Here's what I'll tell you. You land it, I will be on a plane, and I personally will come help you clean the Saudi palace. Land that job. That'd be a great video. You ain't got to buy it. I'll buy the ticket. I'll be there. Next day, first class. That'd be a fun one. That'd be a fun one to clean. So I wanted to do this as a Q&A, but I guess ain't nobody got no damn questions for me. How do you start your wash business? Well, I reckon you go out there and you get you that washer and you go get the washing. Excellent, James. 38K bid. That's huge, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations. My new favorite one is the whole we got with the super pump release, right? It's a pre-order. So if you want to pre-order a super pump, this pump is revolutionary. 16 gallons a minute, shooting 5 to 6 stories, 24 volt. Unbelievable. Like there's absolutely nothing out there like this. There's nothing. You know how I know? Because we did our research before and we made sure the specs, there was nothing going to be like it. That's the point. All right. We got the guys asking about a warranty. This is my favorite thing. Are going to be a warranty on that pump? Let me explain something to you here. When you ask about a warranty, and then what they do is they want a reference. This is the epitome of broke. Okay. The epitome of broke mentality. And it's like, see, how long is that pump going to hold up? See, TC's. And I think you're joking. Okay. I think you're joking. Because those questions are from, because I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because I like you. But those questions are from brokenness. See? And why do I say that? Because people want to reference warranties at Northern Tool for shit that doesn't even come close to the performance. Not even remotely close. Right? But they also want to reference how they take advantage of Tractor Supply and steal from them and Harbor Freight and all these other places, because those warranties they cover manufacturer defects, right? They cover manufacturer defects. They don't cover you trashing it and running bleach through it. Now, I know what you do when you go in, you dust it off and wash it off and say, well, I reckon I don't know what happened to it. It just quit working. You're stealing is what you're doing, right? You just got out of church. Babe, we got to stop by Northern Tool so I can con them out of this warranty that's supposed to be manufacturer defect, but I just sucked up trash and ran 12% through it for the last 3 weeks. See, that's what we're going to start bringing to the forefront is just the con mentality. Can we steal from you? Let me tell you, Cody and myself are the last some bitches you going to steal from. Okay. Because here, let me tell you the truth. For the super pump, it's a gift to the soft washing world. It's our gift to the soft washing world. What I mean by that is that I'm going to make more money from places that are not even in soft washing with the super pump. They have nothing to do with the soft washing industry. Okay. That pump is so high performance. It's going to go a lot of places. And what's so funny to me is that some people approach like we need their approval of the pump. No, the pump doesn't. You need the approval of the pump. See, you need to pump more than the pump needs you, because the pump is going to sell. It's going to go. We wouldn't even need to have to sell one into the soft washing world. See, this thing is much, much, much bigger. So when guys ask about warranties and they ask about these things and they talk about where they can get a warranty for some other shitty pump that they've been using, the problem is we know the warranty they're talking about, and it means they're just stealing from Harbor Freight or Tractor Supply. That's what that is, because that's covering a manufacturer defect. It's not covering you running 12% through the pump. But you know what they do? They go, okay, because you lie to them. And they go, all right, well, get yourself another one. Am I right? Or am I right? You know I'm right. You know I'm right. A real uncomfortable little moment there. Real uncomfortable. If you had to buy a super pump for every $30,000 commercial job you land, it would still be worth it. Truth Seeker, you've been around for a long time, and you're probably one of the most rational humans. I'll tell you, we talk about you off camera, and we like you. We don't even know you, but we like you because he's one of the rational people that keeps, he's consistent on the channel. And it's true. If you had to buy one every quarter, but you were able to clean Radisson ends from the ground with no lift, see, you ain't even got to think that big. Right? One semi-large roof cleaning covers it. But what we're dealing with in our world a lot of times that I've seen is this broke mentality. And so I told Cody, I said, we're just going to circumvent the whole soft wash world. We're going to circumvent the whole thing. We don't need to sell one in this world because it's going to sell in a lot of other worlds. I'm not going to tell you where. You'll see it, though. You'll see it show up in other magazines, other things, other places. See? But I feel like sometimes in the group, guys think they're wanting to they think we need the stamp of approval. And one thing Southeast Soft Wash has never needed is a stamp of approval from anybody, because we make great shit, great chemicals, great pumps, great valves. And it's got nothing to do with you, right? Like, that's just on us. Like, we want to make great stuff. At the end of the day, great stuff. Forget about everybody. And that's what you're doing in your business, right? You're cleaning. You're there to do great shit. I'm here to be excellent, man. I want to learn the chemical so well that I can go and take it to a place, spend $300 in chemical, and make $3,000, $4,000. That's the point. It's to live in this state of constant study and learning and figuring out how to be a real excellent pro. And the only way to do that is on the upswing. You can't talk about, well, Oxnox is expensive. It's like, man, I don't know. I actually don't. I'm being frank with you guys. I love you, but I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss at my teaching. I don't know how to pull people's brain out of retarded land. Like, I don't. I'm trying to get people to understand the virtue of them raising their prices and the virtue of them thinking more highly of themselves. And that's really what this whole thing has been about, like teaching you how to believe in yourself, right? How to go further. And a lot of you guys in the chat, y'all get it, right? Y'all get it. It's the people who are going to watch this after I post it who are not in the chat right now, right? I know you guys. But I don't know how to eradicate the brokenness, because a lot of times the guys who are taking the chems, They go out and they crush it, man. They don't say anything because they're just pros. They're just existing. They're doing what they do. We love them. The most vocal people are the people who are retarded. I'm bringing back the word retarded, by the way. I'm not like it went away for a while and people got offended, but I'm bringing it back. So because people are acting that way, become a pro, man. Hold yourself in a higher regard. Hold yourself up 2 levels from what you believe. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who like are just bringing you down and constantly talking about how gas is so expensive, get away from them. Some of them people live in your house. I'm telling you, man, you're going to have to go out in the shed. You're going to figure it out. You're going to spend a lot of time in the shed because these people won't come with you. Right? I get it, man. I grew up in South Alabama. I get it. I get the broke mentality. It's all over down there. It's like a disease. And I love some of those people. I do dearly. Like I would go to bat for them. I'd kill for some of them. No question. But I can't be around it. And so, fresh rants, bro. Fresh rant, boy. Fresh rants. You need to go eat a Vienna sausage, bro. Don't pop on my channel talking to me, bro. Go eat a Vienna. I wanted to order 6 different cans. What up, Todd? What up, Ketchow? What up, Reggie? SH is cheap. So, so the key here is, man, is that you really have to understand, like, why are you thinking in constant save money land, right? That's a good one. I appreciate that, dude. Carmody, that was good. That was good. I'll give you that, dude. That would be a good sponsorship. That'd be right up your alley, dude. They send you like a little case of Viennas, you know, case of Viennas a month. How much would they have to give you to sponsor the show? What if they just wanted to pay you in product? Would that be good? Would you do that deal? They'd be like, bro, let me get you. I'll give you 2 cases a month, man. You give us a shout out. Damn right, damn right. I appreciate that. See, Carmody, look, I appreciate that. I appreciate Carmody like that, man. I get, hey, me and Carmody butt heads, but hey, I ain't got nothing against the guy. I ain't got nothing against him. I ain't got nothing against him. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Carmody means well. He means well. Tip of the hat. But look, man, lean into the fact that our world, you can make a lot of money. Okay. And a lot of money meaning you can take home 6 figures for sure. No question. You can take home multiple 6 figures, but I'm talking about most guys. Most guys out there have the aptitude to take home 6 figures. Whether it's 1 or 2 trucks, they can do that. If you want to grow this thing to be 5, 6, 7 trucks, and you have that area and that the marketing prowess and the population to support it, you can do that too. But you're not going to be able to do that ever if you're always talking about saving money on a fitting, right? Saving money on, well, I'm not going to buy the expensive lighter because I want the damn expensive lighter. You know what I mean? Like, y'all work your ass off. If you working your tail off and you're leaning into your business and you're investing in your business, and like a lot of you guys do that, and they're the $99 guy. They're the $99 guy, but they're the most boisterous of them all. We hear it all the time. So, what's this boy saying? First year for your son and I. Thanks for keeping it real. KJ, man. Hey, I appreciate you, dude. We have done well applying what we learned from WashCon 23, man. We love to have you there. We're grateful. TC says, when is the next WashCon? Well, we have not planned the next WashCon just yet. We're thinking in the spring. That could be good. Maybe February. We're tossing around a few different dates. We'll let you know. If you're wanting to jump into some of the coaching, the deeper level coaching, the small group stuff. You're a guy who wants to go to 300K plus a year. Go to exteriorprofits.com. Check that out. Watch the video. Do not fill out the form if you're not ready to invest. Okay. You guys know, regardless of how you feel about it, I've always been very upfront with you. I can't stand a lot of these YouTubers who were like, "Oh, I don't have nothing to sell you." It's like, no, I'm inventing valves. I'm inventing pumps. I have things to sell you. I've been that way. And look, when you approach a customer out in the field, you have something to sell them. I've never been that guy who's just like, I can't stand that, dude. Like hiding from things, running. I don't run. I'm not retreating. Like if I have something that I think that can drastically change you financially, and I'm going to ask a much lower price than the potential for your ROI, guys, the deal's the deal. Like it's a great deal. So yes, TCs, exteriorprofits.com. Go down there. I'll just put it up on the site for you right here. If I can type. Here we go. Go there, watch the video. Do not fill out the form unless you are very serious and ready to invest. These are very small groups. 8 weeks with us, me, Mike, Vadan, Justin. It's a drawn out process. I divulge everything when it pertains to SEO that I've learned and that I've implemented on Cody's website for massive rankings, on my website. Go there, watch the video, fill out the form, and we'll get on the phone. But I say all that because my goal for this industry, man, is to change the way people think about making money, is to eradicate the guilt around making money. I think it is virtuous. I think it is something that you need to do. It is your duty to go sell. It's your duty to implement. It's your duty to put your family in a better position. And that rubs some people wrong. It's, I mean, that's no question, guys. You can look at the comment section on some of my videos and you can see that. It rubs a lot of people wrong that I believe that. And I think the reason it rubs them wrong is because it reveals to them something in themselves they're ashamed of. It reveals to them their childhood. And look, I grew up with that, so I get it. I get why you would have a knee-jerk reaction to the mentality. I've had to train myself out of that old poor mentality. I really have. I've had to get rid of it, resent it. I don't think you can get rid of it without resenting it. I don't think you can get rid of it without drawing it very clearly as to what it is and keeping it in your field of view, keeping it at bay. So every time it comes around you, you know what it is. Don't bury it. Don't hide from it, right? Don't say, oh, it doesn't exist. If you say that, it's all around you, dude. No. I know exactly what that poverty mentality looks like. I know what it sounds like. I know the words it uses. And so when that devil comes to me, I identify it immediately. And I either change rooms, I change locations, I get it away from me. You know why? Because it's a stinky cologne, man. And all I can do is bestow information upon that person. Here's a book. Here's a course. Because I take a ton of courses that you guys don't even know about. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars this year on courses, right? I'm just constantly learning. That's what I'm about. All right. I want to get better every day. And I've had to learn how to identify that language. I sat with a guy today who is a very interesting banker. And he's like an expert on home equity line of credits and how you can implement these. And I always tell you guys on the channel, get around people who talk about millions of dollars, like the people you grew up with talk about thousands of dollars, right? People I grew up with, man, they're like, oh man, $1,000. Oh, $1,500. Oh, no. Get around people who are like, yeah, we're going to do 3 million for that. And we're going to do 5 million for that. We're going to do 6 million for that, blah, 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 whatever they're talking about when it comes to investments. Get around people who use the words like that, and they're actually doing it, but they're using the wording flippantly to where million is not a knee-jerk reaction. You need to get around people who implement the language into their rhetoric all the time. If you cannot find those people, you need to go to identify where they are. That would be a great school of marketing for you, to identify that avatar. Where is it in your area? And if it's not in your area, how far do you got to drive? What event do you need to fly to? Some of you guys are 30 minutes away from anything like this. Dude, I know, man. I went out in Colorado for Cody and I went to Colorado years ago. Dude, Colorado has some of the most desolate area in like southern Colorado. Montrose. Bro, Montrose to Moab, that trail. It looks like Red Dead Redemption. Bro, there is not the first mastermind group. Okay. So I get it. I get that some of you guys, there's nothing like that. So what you have to do is you have to get on the internet, identify it, even if it's not mine, buy it, go to that event, learn. Okay. Just please invest in yourself. Oh, we got in the chat, dude. We got comments. Here we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, southern Colorado is mostly desert. You're correct. It's a great question. Oscar, is 58% profit realistic in this industry if everything is paid off? Random thought. Not so random, actually. 58% profit is realistic, probably for a 1 or 2 truck operation, optimized with its marketing and its pricing. Okay. A 1 truck operation who is a $99 guy won't even make that. But a 1 truck operation should make that, could make 58% or higher. Okay. Simply because he can keep his costs low, but he's got to keep his prices up. Okay. Rely on the skill, rely on your knowledge, sell based on value, sell on emotion, right? Don't sell on price. I'm selling on experience, emotion, expertise, right? So yes, very possible. Very, very possible. Yeah, that's not going to happen. $99 guy, 58% profit. Outwitting the Devil. Get the book, guys. If you haven't got Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill, great book. Go buy it. Get the physical copy or the audio. Like, get both. Read it. It's a great, great book. You would really love it. It will help you see how the devil has infiltrated the church, how he has infiltrated the minds of people. And it's not necessarily with horns and sickles and tridents and flames, right? The devil doesn't come like that. He is brilliant on permeating your life and those around you with something called, I'm going to name this right now, virtuous stagnation. I'm going to pray about it. Okay. No, you're not. Okay, go pray about it. The big thing is faith without works is dead. And what that means is, yes, you can say you believe, but if you're not taking action on your beliefs, then it's dead, right? My Catholic lady, my girl, she used to be Catholic. She's not Catholic anymore. But she took that a whole different way. She was like, faith without works. That's what the Catholics believe. Like, you can't get to heaven without doing shit. I was like, well, yeah, that's not what I believe. But so she was like, she didn't understand that verse in that context, which is very interesting. It hit her a completely different way. No, what that means is you can say you have faith. A lot of churches say they have faith. A lot of people in the church, good people, they're just stagnant because they're so scared to write the check. And the check, the monetary value, the money, the check is the works, because the check buys the parking lot that all the trustees have been meeting about for the last 2 years. The check buys the security system. The check buys the new sign. The check buys the event to get new people into the church, right? So faith without the check, writing the check, is dead. Okay. I tell this to the church, boy. They hate money, but they love it. It's weird. Cody Yarbrough right here. Damn right. What am I using to generate leads? Lead generation. I use Footbridge Media. That's who I use. This is who builds my website. Footbridgemedia.com. Save $600 a year. That's who I use for lead generation. I have for the last 6 years. They're excellent. If you mention Lean and Mean, you'll save $600 a year on their web dev services. They do all of Google. They will manage your GMB. If it gets suspended, they are the best at getting it unsuspended. They're better than anyone at that for sure. They don't guarantee that, but they do have a whole department dedicated for Google suspensions, GMB suspensions, which is kind of I wish they leaned more on that with their marketing, because that's kind of a superpower in a way, because GMB suspensions have been prevalent for the last since 2020. It's like they went on a tear with COVID, you know? So that Google ads are amazing. Yeah, it's pretty low budget, but you need to spend some money, right? Don't look so low budget called free, because free marketing is you walking around sweating your ass off, which is effective, right? Well, it's very effective. You just got to sweat a lot. I'm not saying it's not effective. The point is to plant a tree. The tree is a website. What happens if you water it? It grows. The tree grows. What happens in 20 years? I'll be damned. You can sit under the boughs and the shade of that tree, but you can't sit under the shade of a tree that's a year old. So the best time to have a website and start it was 5 years ago. The second best time is now, similar to planting a tree. The best time to start your website is right now. Okay. It's like people wait, man. It's like they wait and they try to like nickel and dime the website thing, man. And I don't know, because $199 a month is nothing. It's literally a gutter cleaning. But you'd be amazed. Guys in our world can't fathom it. Gonna spend $30 a month and then be pissed off a year and a half later because they're not ranking, or they're not getting any leads, or they're not, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, now you've truly wasted a year and a half thinking you were saving money. You've lost on about $30,000 minimum, probably $40,000 worth of just organic leads and jobs and prospects, potentials that first year, right? See? Damn right. So call them, call Footbridge, talk to Aaron O'Hanlon. He's the owner. Tell him I sent you. He'll literally tell you exactly how it is. Aaron will not sugarcoat anything. That's what I love about him. He's Irish. O'Hanlon, he's got to be Irish. He definitely is not sugarcoating anything. I love him because he shoots straight. He tells it like it is. He doesn't care. He's not going to just sell you, is what I'm saying. He would prefer you get the full information and not buy, rather than buy and then have the something unclear, right, at the end of the deal. That's not what he's going to do. So just call him. Doesn't cost anything to talk to him. Comparison is the thief of joy. It is true. It is true. So is Facebook ads? All right. Is Facebook ads good for leads? Facebook ads are great for leads. The thing with Facebook ads is you got to know how to run them. There is a technique to running them, and it's a lot of testing goes into making a Facebook ad perform optimally. Okay. And a lot of people, I'm just going to give you some tips here. They're not willing to go through that first like $500 to $1,000 of testing and figuring out the ad that's going to produce the most. They get $100 in and they get gun shy. They shut it down. They're like, this doesn't work. It's like, well, it's not that it doesn't work. It's that you don't know how to run Facebook ads properly. And look, it's a skill. Of course it's a skill, guys. There's guys who run $10 million a year companies who just do Facebook ads. Don't you know that's a skill, right? Not saying you can't learn it, because you can. But don't think you're just going to willy-nilly walk into Google ads and Facebook ads and be super effective. You're going to have to test. Okay? You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to figure it out. Justin has a great course on his Facebook ad strategy that really simplifies it for contractors. He doesn't complicate it. A lot of Facebook ads courses that I've taken get real complicated, like retargeting pixels, retargeting based on what they've looked at. And I will tell you that a lot of that is good for e-commerce. It's way overkill for learning curve and speed to implementation when it comes to a contractor. Contractor needs, okay, do this, 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 and this, run it. Change the ad creative, change the video, change some copy, run it. Eventually that ad's going to fatigue. You're going to start getting less leads than you were in the beginning. And what you do, take that one down, you create another one, and you run that dude and you test. And so it becomes, if you don't want to pay for somebody to run it, then you get to learn it, right? I had my cleaning lady come today. I appreciate the hell out of that woman. Wu 10. Dewey, you must be driving while you texting me, buddy. Dewey's one of the best, dude. He came to the convention. Dewey helped us out, man. He was amazing. Dewey got compensated too, boy. Hey, Dewey sold, man. Dewey was selling at the huge, boy. Dewey knows more about the chemicals and the products than anybody. He was over here. I mean, we were blown away. You know what? Towards the end, that dude worked all day long. I was like, dude, go and get yourself some stuff, man. You've been here all daggone day. See, I knew it. He's driving, man. Top 5. You know, one thing that gives me the most joy, Palm Tree, and this is truly it. I'll tell you something that gives me joy. Sitting on my porch, smoking a cigar, watching my son. Or, sometimes I get tired of going to football practice. But every time I get there and I'm watching my boy, it is the most joy. It's like, I hate driving there. I do. I loathe the drive. It's like a 35-minute drive in traffic because he plays on the other side of town. But every time I get there, it's the happiest moment of my day. And I'm like, daggum. It's like there's even these little micro trials in your life, Sometimes it's 3 to 5 years you're going through a trial. Sometimes it's a terrible day. You lose somebody you love. Sometimes it's like this little micro trial. You got to go through this traffic and this time of rush hour that you hate. But once you get to the other side, man, you're glad you did. You're glad you did. Dewey's a treasure, Fresh Rinse. He's a Trevor, bro. We love Dewey. I'm telling you. We'll see what this is. Buying an 8-gallon a minute tomorrow after a year with a 3.5. I'm excited due to the time it's going to cut me. Operating costs are going to go up, or price is going to go up as well to offset. Well, I'll tell you, operating costs on an 8, man. I wouldn't say it's going to go up a lot. It's not going to double. Maybe gas, but bro, the rinse speed on an 8 versus a 4 is not double. I'll always say this. I know 4 times 2 is 8. It's not double. The rinse speed is almost like triple in a way. I will tell you though, the super pump, rinses faster than an 8 or a 10 gallon per minute pressure washer. That ball valve you're using to rinse with an 8 gallon a minute pressure washer is nothing compared to the rinse speed of the Super Pump. It is absolutely dwarfed, if you guys can imagine. Super Pump rinse is like fire hose, bro. I cannot wait to get this into y'all's guys' hands and watch you do these houses, because now you don't even need a pressure washer if it's just a house wash. Think about that. You used to take 2 hoses, right? If you needed to agitate, right, you need to agitate the gutter at the second story because it's got some nastiness on it. Well, now you can treat with the Super Pump, but you can also agitate on the second story because it's got the pressure to do so. So now you only have to have 1 hose. You don't have to have 2 hoses anymore. And I will say, if you're doing stucco, something like that, you need a hotter mix, right? Because some of you guys downstream stuff. And if you're doing like a stucco that's kind of bad, you would have to bring out the soft wash unit, right? Because you got to have that higher percentage. Well, Super Pump is that, dude. Higher percentage, and the rinse speed is incredible. So it's gonna be very impressive. We can't wait to get that into your hands. First quarter, sometime 2024. Pre-order is available now. SoutheastSoftwash.com. It's in the pump section. It's available. $500 off of the retail price for pre-orders. So I think there's only about 90 pre-orders left. Something like that. Oscar. So mostly fleet washing, want to get into residential. I would be very interested. To see a Super Pump on fleet washing with a 2-step. Because it's got the pressure. Because you're not using super high pressure on a fleet anyway. And if you're using the right chemicals on a 2-step, it'll be very interesting to see if that was possible. Oh, yeah, with the Super Pump palm tree, definitely. Saw a video of Cody hitting the top of that church. Yeah, that church is like a solid 50 feet tall because it's like the first one is like almost, because it's lower, the church is lower, then the first story starts, and then it goes up. It's like 2 stories on that archway. So that's 3 stories. Then you got 4 and 5, and it's hitting there. It's crazy, actually. Like, we were very impressed. But the thing is the Batch Buster was made for the Super Pump. See, a lot of you guys didn't know that. The flow of the Batch Buster has the highest. Holy shit. Let's see. Said temp too hot. Done overheated, boy. Boom. There we go. So the flow on the Batch Buster metering valve is with the Super Ball was made for the Super Pump. Okay. Months, like a year before the Super Pump ever came out. You see, my boy. Yes, it did. So, punks, like, let me ask you something. Like, what is it like to watch us innovate now? What is it like? What is it like for me to be not just a guy who makes YouTube videos or pressure washes or, a coarse guy, a coarse guy? What is it like to like watch me like invent pumps and shit from your perspective? I'll wait for your comment in the chat. Damn, Chloe. Hey, we coming, bro. We coming, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, my girl was here for a while. I got a little fluffy. I'll admit it. We back out, bro. We coming. My Dutch blonde is calling me. So she's gonna have to wait. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. I'm glad we could reconcile in this moment. I don't think anybody saw that coming. But the cool thing is that pumps, like I said, it's going to go way beyond anything in soft washing. So intended on taking over, did take over, but not stopping with taking over, right? Do the super pump, rinsing, and fleet washing. So you treat the second guy with the super pump, bro, 16 gallons a minute on the rinse. Let's go, dude. So now that gave me an idea. I didn't even think about it that way. So one guy treats with the washer on like your downstream fleet mix, right? Your two-step. Right? And then the next guy comes behind him with that big house. And he puts it on there and rinses it off. The speed of rinse is gonna go dumb, as Abel said. It's gonna go dumb, cuz the speed. So now you don't have to worry about your chemical drying as much anymore because you can move so fast. It's gonna be interesting, dude. I can't wait to see it. That's gonna be cool. Because chemical drying on a truck is like, bro, worst guys. Worst guy, worst scenario. You know, you're always working like with the sun. You're working against it. You're like, all right, you treat, give it a time. You're going to let it work. You know the timer because you know how dirty it is. You know how much chem you're running. There's a lot of calculations going on to that. Then you come back and you rinse. Super pump. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see that, dude. Because we don't do a lot of fleet washing. So it's going to be, I really want to see it in that world. He said, playing the highest level chess, bro. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing, man. I'm grateful every day that I get to play in this world and that I get to innovate in this world. So I don't want you guys to think, look, I am a cocky sumbitch. All right. I get it. But I'm also immensely grateful. I am immensely grateful that I get to play in this world and that I get to create. Okay. Because I have kind of a, my brain is restless. Like I'm always thinking, like I'll call Justin or Mike or whatever. I called Mike the other day and I was like, dude, I got an idea for Quote IQ, man. Like, hey, listen, like I don't even own Quote IQ. Like, but I want those guys to crush. If you don't have a CRM, go to the App Store, download Quote IQ and get it. Bro, you know why? Here's one thing is because those guys are building it specifically for you. And here's why I say that. They're not some big office somewhere. Okay. They're just listening to what you guys want and what the main problem of the contractor is real time. What you guys are saying. And they're going and developing it. There's not some bureaucratic nonsense. They're not some investors, shareholders, nothing like that. They're just going inventing the exact thing you are wanting into that CRM to make it the most powerful thing. So you guys who are on first, obviously, like y'all, you know, obviously y'all are going to get the best deal. Price will eventually go up. I'm sure there'll be some grandfathered in program for the guys who, like anything, man, you get Tesla stock years ago. It was a great deal. Now, probably still a great deal. It's just, you know, you're going to pay for waiting, right? Super pump on Smart Blend. Wash Watch is coming. Guys, you know, Cody, I don't even think people could see the Wash Watch. Like, I think it was like, we had one guy, he literally said this to me. I said, so think about this. You get the Wash Watch and it controls the super pump from the watch. It will control the low, medium, high speed. It's going to control the Smart Blend, the ratios. It also has time of flight beams built in to the tanks to give you your exact, right? Like to give you your exact levels on your tanks. Okay. It's going to have so many settings, controlling the smart stream as well, all from the Wash Watch. Okay. And he was sitting there and he was talking to me. He goes, you're fucking with me. He was like, "This is April Fool's Day, man." Like, he literally thought. He looked at me and swore I was kidding. And I was like, "I know you think I am, but I am not. I am not messing with you, bro. I'm not messing with you." So that's what's so cool, man. It's so cool to push this thing, right? To finally push this industry along. I feel like we've been in this place for years in the industry where people are just, they're just cobbling things together. It's been a very workshopped business, right? Where we like go find plumbing and we take an ag pump that's not built for what we do and we piece it together and we, spray bleach out of it, right? And it's like, well, it's an ag sprayer or that's a fire suppression sprayer. It's not what we're doing, but it's fine. It works, gets the job done, right? But it's like finally developing systems and products and stuff that can push the industry along. And I'm gonna tell you, man, when I first come out with that, it's kind of it's not disheartening because of who I am. Like, I don't give a shit. But it is, if I was a guy who had emotions, who could feel, then it would be disheartening. It would be discouraging because immediately when you come out with something so revolutionary, everybody wants to shit on it or find a way to get it for free. It's wild. It was just so wild. There is no like, and there's a group of you guys out there I know, and I'm not giving you enough props, but there's a group of y'all who immediately purchase pre-order, like y'all are dope, y'all are into it, y'all are ready. But like, those guys are quiet. They just buy, and they do that with chemicals. They're just pros. Like I said, they're just operating. The mouths are the ones that are just like immediate shitstorm. It's like you innovate for them and they don't want you to exist. It's so weird. You're like, well, I didn't do this for me to spray stuff in my backyard. I built it for you so you could hit the Radisson Inn from the ground, and all of you could. And a Radisson Inn in a day is $5,000 minimum in a day. So why do you hate me? Should I even invent, or should I just send this to the world that's really going to make me money? Right? It's like, I want to do that. And that's something that Cody and I get jazzed up about. We love it. We love creating, but I'm going to tell you, dude, creating anything in the pressure washing world is literally like dragging a child kicking and screaming out of Walmart because you wouldn't buy them a Starburst. They just don't want it. Don't want it to be easier. Don't want it to be better. Not all of you, but about 70% of you don't want. If it's more expensive, I ain't doing it. And look, I'll admit, we're on the front end right now of this industry. We're at about 2.8 million billion market penetration, right? Quote IQ. Quote IQ. Get it in the App Store. Get it in the Apple App Store. Right? We invent for you. Literally. Wood Wizard. If you haven't used Wood Wizard yet, that chemical, like, if you're in the Southeast Soft Wash chemical route, bro, just story after story, guys are loving it. Incredible. But you invent something, you're like, wouldn't do it for me. Like, I can't clean enough wood to rationalize inventing a chemical for it. We can do it for myself. No, it's like, it's for you, man. Sheesh. Like, and like the R&D on like the super pump, the R&D, go ahead and drop 200, not dollars. Go ahead and drop 200 and then say, great, now I get to make them. Now I get to make them, right? Now I get to build them. 200 for R&D. Just air. Think I care enough? Because I got to clean a Radisson by myself? No, it's for you, man. It's for you. Yes. Should we get paid? Yes. Should you get paid for cleaning the Radisson Inn in record time? Yes, and you should not charge less. You should charge more. You see? You should charge more because you're not in their way longer. And you'll probably get the deal because traffic around hotels is a big deal and they want you in and out. Okay? I just say that because I love you. I love you, but it's just, see, James gets it. You should charge more since you no longer need a lift and you no longer have the liability of a lift, right? You no longer have a guy who don't know how to run a lift and you're no longer tearing up the lawn with the lift. You're no longer hauling 3/4 inch plywood, putting each slice of plywood in front of the lift so you don't tear up the lawn. You're no longer asking everyone to move every single car so you can get the lift into position, right? Think about that. The fact that you can shoot it that high, right? With none of the maintenance qualms of a gas pump. And it's not even as expensive as a gas pump, right? Gas pump's probably another grand, right? So, pretty wild. Pretty wild. See, you probably could get a little bit cheaper on your insurance. He's been using Quote IQ since October. Go ahead and get it. Cat Williams is the OG. I still love Cat Williams, dude. I don't know what happened to him, but I still love Cat Williams. Like, hey, don't let the employees be touching that watch now. They're going to drop it in the bio. Where'd that watch go? You dropped it down in the creek. You dropped it down there with a crawdad. I did. Well, look, man. Here's one thing. Let's be real. James says he doesn't like gas pumps. You hit the nail on the head with them and their high maintenance cost. The gas pumps, there's no question about, like, will it spray? It's a pump. Yes, it will spray. But I think it goes back to that cobbled together thing, right? We're repurposing from other industries and we're bringing it over to ours and we're saying, well, let's run bleach through this thing, right? They come with a lot of learning curve and issues, especially if you're not a one-man band. One-man guys who are amazing at working on stuff and love to work on things. Look, I can work on stuff with the best of them. I grew up in a shop. My dad's owned a shop for 40 years. I probably have enough Snap-on tools in my inheritance. Like, it's immense. All right. I don't talk about that all the time, but I did grow up like that. But I don't pride myself on turning wrenches. Okay. I could do that. Some of you guys in the chat can do that. But I don't understand the want to do that, right? Like, well, he left it in bypass for too long and it blew up. Now it's leaking. Go get another one. Go get another diaphragm, replace the head, replace the thing, piece it together. You got to get some Vaseline and squeeze these pieces together like Lego blocks, right? Look, it's a lot going on. And I think guys buy them for the performance. That's the only reason they buy them, for sure. Why else would you buy it? To outweigh, what would outweigh the maintenance if it wasn't the performance in your mind? You say, well, if I can shoot this high, I don't mind the maintenance. And that's for a guy that's super handy. Some of you guys are. But if you could have a pump and say, hey, man, Now I'm going to show you how a way that you can do all this commercial, all this stuff from the ground. You can even have a tech use this. There is no bypass. He just turns the knob off. He can drop it and go eat a hamburger or smoke a cigarette like you know a tech's going to do. Because I know the techs. I know how they are. All right. They're going to do it. Just turn the super pump off, set it down. There is no bypass. There is no explosion. There is no leaks. And here, okay, say you get 6 months out of the deal and you replace the heads because it's going to have a head replacement kit. Okay, say you get a year. After a year, hell, personally, I like getting rid of stuff and getting new shit. Throw it away. Get another one. This whole thing about pumps lasting forever that new guys have, they need to just purge that. Just take that idea, dislodge it from your brain, and throw that idea in a ditch. The point of a bleach pump is to be consumable, okay? It's to get rid of it. That's the point. Eventually, get rid of it. Get a new one and get the performance. Make a ton of money with it. Then get rid of it. Get another one. Make a ton of money with it. Make $100,000 with that pump. Then get rid of it. It's a consumable. All right? Yes. 50% off Quote IQ right now. Guys, I love the dudes over at Quote IQ. Go get it. Like I say, I don't get no affiliate deal off that. I'm not making any money. I just think they're pushing the boundaries and pushing the industry along with their remote quoting, how they're layering this CRM together for you guys specifically, and how they have their ear to the pulse. They're actually listening. Jobber's not listening. Marquette's not listening. They're huge companies. Quote IQ is not a huge company. So if you appreciate that kind of thing. James says, replace this, replace that, tinker with this, tinker with that. They're like a 4-year-old. Every time you go to town, you have to buy something for it. And, you know, I've never messed with them, but it seems to be that way every time I'm looking. And maybe there are guys out there that are just like, I love to tinker, right? There are those people. I didn't get that bug. You know, I love messing with my stuff. Hell, I get home, I'm trying not to touch it. I'm trying to plug it in, go inside. I've touched it enough today. Close to 1 million gallons. It ran a shitload of time. It has been tested a lot. Good to see you, brother. Blew the manifold on your P40 today. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I would say that's kind of par for the course, right? Look, again, I want to caveat it always because some of you guys enjoy tinkering. And if that's your thing, then get that. If you want to just make money, simple, easy for techs to use, get a super pump, pre-order it. It's cheaper than a P40 for sure. No question. Cheaper for sure. Performance every bit, and in some ways even more. Okay. Every bit, and in some ways even more. I haven't even used a lot of gas pumps, but I'm taking what Cody, because Cody's A-B'd them. Of course we knew what gas pumps were capable of. Of course we were vomiting every time we had one in the building. It was like, oh, well, we looked at what guys were talking about is performance, and we said, well, it's got to be better than that. What's the advantage? Why would somebody buy the super pump if it's not? So that's where we got the we're engineering against that, and that's what it came out to be. Go look at some of the videos on Cody's channel, Southeast Soft Wash. Right. Use them and allow them to be consumable. Okay. Cody and I have this line that we always talk about. We're like, I don't know, if you don't like it, throw it in a ditch. And what we mean by that is that stop being romantic about all of this stuff. So many guys are so romantic. Let me tell you something. If you have to be romantic about this equipment for very long, your prices aren't right. You're not charging enough and you're not marketing hard enough. Because if you have the jobs coming in, you could give two shits. You as soon as that equipment starts holding you back and you notice it not doing what it needs to do completely, you know what you do? You take it, throw it in the ditch, get a new one, and get the team back up and running. But some of you guys don't care about that. See, y'all gasp when we say that. What do you mean? You know what that tells me? You played your cards. See, your gasp tells me you're not marketing hard enough and that the equipment is a treasure. I would never throw it in a ditch. I would never do that because it's a treasure. No, it's not. It's a piece of equipment. It's here to make money. And if it ain't making money, throw it in a ditch. Get another one. Make it make money. Literally strap its ass to the cart like an oxen. Run it till it's dead. Throw it away. Get another one. That's how you have to be. Especially because we're around corrosive chemicals, man. You're running corrosive chemicals, heavy stuff all the time. It's everywhere. This ain't no 1985 cat bulldozer that you're trying to rebuild for the next, the fourth time. Throw it away. It's $1,500. Get rid of it. Go clean 10 more Radissons. What do you care? Well, you're like, well, I don't have 10 Radissons. Your marketing isn't there yet. So you're romantic about the dollar. You see? I'm going to get you to look at yourself because that's what I have to do every day. Look at yourself. Look at your marketing. Look at you. You're the problem. I'm the problem for me. You're the problem for you. Right? And you not investing in your marketing heavy enough is the problem and why you're romantic about the equipment and why you think Oxnox costs too much. Like, don't play your cards so quickly. Don't flaunt your poverty mindset so quickly. Don't do that. Stuff it down. Push that shit down. Don't flaunt it. You know what? Because it says something about you. And you're telling your wife, hey, let's go out to eat, but I don't think we're going to get dessert. That's $25. Really? Maybe you shouldn't have gone to dinner at all. Maybe y'all should have stayed together and cooked something delicious at the house and watched a DVD. If you're going to be that way, don't be icky. Okay? These folks broke as hell, like Cody said. Yeah. Like, we're just not. See, James, you get it. No, we'll have guys say Oxnox costs too much, and then they don't use it correctly. They go out and they spray it on something. They're literally brand new or they've been in the game. They don't know how to use it. And then they're like, oh, it doesn't work. But then we got a million photos and videos of it working perfectly. It's like, maybe it's a you thing. I don't know what to tell you. No, can't be a me thing. Can't be a you thing. It's got to be this. No, maybe you just suck at using it. Could that be a thing? Why are we getting these results? And why is it not just photos, right? Long videos of it being brought. Don't you know that was calculated? Don't you know we knew what people were going to say? And so we knew we had to make long videos of every substrate possible because we knew what the toes of the world would say. It don't work. No, you don't work. You don't know what you're doing. Some of y'all are still thinking some calcite is efflorescence. And some of these people who think this, I do love. It's not the same. Lime Run is not efflorescence. Where it looks the same, it's not the same. Your stain identification is elementary. Get it up. I'm telling you. In love, get it up. Study, get it up, man. Get your game on. If you want to be a pro, you got to study like a pro. You got to pay for training like a pro. Keep paying for it, bro. I'm going to tell you, this shit's going to make you stacks of money. Guy told me today, hey, man. He said, hey, you want to learn about all this HELOC in the first lien position on how to do this with a portion of that farm you're talking about buying? He said, okay. I'll teach you everything that I know. And I've done this millions of times. Not millions, but tons of times. He goes, it's $10,000 if you want to learn it. I said, well, I did the math, quick math. How much money will this knowledge get me? $10,000 worth of knowledge. How much money will it make me? What's the ROI? Well, it's going to teach me how to bank on myself. It's going to teach me how to maneuver money differently than I've never been taught in country Alabama. Okay, 10 grand's a good deal. It's a good deal. Like, if you knew, do you know how much interest you pay on a mortgage? And if he can figure out how to maneuver this differently with a different type of banking system, right? Yeah, it's a pay for the knowledge. And I'm doing it. You know what I'm going to learn? I'm going to learn a lot. But what I'm also going to be is I'm going to be around millionaire bankers. And I'm going to be around guys who know stuff that I don't know. And now, since I bought in, they got to entertain me. They got to answer my question. Yes. Can Mud Mayday be put on vinyl? Yes, it can. Them. Let me just put a little bit more. He says, me puts it on straight. Paint didn't come off. Let's roll. See, Hoffpower, that's why we like you. See, that's how we do it. I'm going to test over here. I'm going to test in an area where, or on something. I'm going to go to my house. I'm going to go to my grandparents' garage off the back side somewhere. Let me spray it. What's it do when I put it on straight? Well, I'll be damned. It's brushless. See? That's how you got to be. I appreciate that, dude. That's how you got to be, man. You got to study. You got to test. So we knew, right? And look, read the label, right? Read the label's fine. But the label has ratios that are very light ratios. Why would we we're never going to tell somebody to put it on straight. You think we want to deal with that liability? Well, he told me to put it on straight. It's my first job. I reckon you owe me a paint job. Nope. That label's a liability. That's a liability mitigator. That guy ain't never telling you to put it on straight. I ain't saying I don't put it on straight, though. I put it on straight a lot. I put it on 50-50 a damn lot. But I ain't going to tell you that on the label. You know why? Because I'm going to have a guy come by and he's going to say, well, you owe a paint job because you told me to put it on straight. No, I didn't. I ain't never told you to put nothing on straight. See, Hoffpower gets it. He goes, you ain't got to tell me. Everything starts out straight. See, that's how I work. Start from top, work my way down. Start from most expensive chemical expenditure, work my way to more efficient. Can I dilute it 50-50? I'll be damned, it still works. Can I dilute it 3-1? I'll be damned, still work. Can I dilute it 4-1? I'll be damned, still work. 5-1. No, didn't work. Back off. Come back. Go back 3-1. I like that. That was a good one. We'll get the most out of this, Kim, but we start straight. It definitely does. One guy said it wasn't. He stripped that downspout straight to bare metal. I'll be damned. It is brushless. See, you just got to know your chems, man. You got to know. You got to test. You got to study. All right. And see, James, we went around and we found some of the worst oxidation when we were building that chem. Roanoke, Alabama, Buildings are made out of oxidation, right? So one thing you have to look out for with OxNox is don't try to remove oxidation on a chemical, on a building that is, 40 years old and's never been painted, unless you plan on repainting it. And it should be repainted. It's time. Would you agree? It is time. So if they want the oxidation removed, you just tell them, look, it's going to be time to paint this. We will remove all the oxidation. It's going to pull some of the paint off, but it'll be time to paint after we do this. Look, it's a 40-year-old building. What is that called? Stain identification. What does that mean? Knowing the age of the substrate. How old is this paint? What is the effect of me running it hot on this? Is it going to give me an efficient result? Because sometimes, guys, the paint has failed. It's old. You're not going to restore failed paint. There's nothing to restore. It's basically just compacted powder. That's all that's left is the oxidation. All right? That is correct. Solo Boss, my boy, John Maccabee out in Australia. John, I love that you give me the opportunity to use my Australian voice. I can't, no. I knew a girl one time, she was Australian. That's how she said no. No. 50-50 is basically water. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you, what we found on some Hardy plank with OxNox, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, we were impressed how good that worked. And we never went to a 50-50 or a straight. I'm not saying that's going to work for you in that situation, right? But I'm going to tell you, we hit it at like 3-to-1, dude, and it started going. And we had to get on that rinse. I'm talking about 20 seconds. It was like, hey, boy, get that ball valve. We're not going to be painting a house today. And sure enough, it came out amazing. But it was a 3-to-1 situation, right? See, this is my kind of guy, right? First try, he don't even put it in the spray. He just pours that shit on. What's he going to do? Some guys literally, they're like, oh, I only got 1 gallon. I bought 1 gallon. Can you imagine? Buy 1 gallon of OxNox. I intend on deoxidizing one thing. 1 slat. It's like you need to buy a case and just at least spend 2 gallons testing and learning and figuring it out and learning how to use it. So many guys just, they buy a chem and they follow the instructions. Doesn't give them some magic bullet and they're like, this is garbage. But what are you basing it versus? OxNox is the only brushless capable chem, and we've proven it time and time and time again via like 6 videos already. I don't want to tell you, I did the videos on purpose because I knew you would say shit. Well, I'm telling you, I'm 3D. I already know. We know how they think. We're like, nah, we're gonna go the hardest shit possible. The hard, like roof, metal roof. Let's see if we can conquer this. Will the chem hold up to this? Because if it'll do this, we know it'll do vinyl. If it'll do this, we know it'll, quite possibly do hardy board. It was like, go to the hardest thing. Let's see if we can restore it. Sure enough, get that film out. Let's go and film it. Because we know some dumbass is going to say it don't work. Cody had a guy come to the shop the other day. Walk right in. Which, if you want to piss Cody off, walk right in. Okay? But don't do that. I got a question. I bet you do. All right? Walks right in. Says OxNox ain't working. Cody said, well, I'll be damned. He said, well, get in the truck. He said, what do you mean? Get in the damn truck. Where's the job at? He goes, it's right here up the road. He goes, I'll be damn all right. Cody proceeds to send me video after video of Cody using that guy's chemical on that roof and it working brushlessly. Just don't know how to use it. They just don't know how to use it. Don't work. Okay. All I'm saying, boys, spend time learning. Hoff Power spends the time. See? Learn it. I have to hammer this, guys. Learn your craft, be a pro. Some guys might say I'm not professional because I like to speak my mind and I cuss sometimes. And I don't really put up with any bullshit, whether it's a woman or a man. I don't. And that offends people. So I don't know what to tell you. Ain't going to change. TRT and the Super Pump. TRT for the Super Pump. Great question. There is no TRT that works with the Super Pump yet. Okay. There is no TRT that works with the Super Pump yet. The flow on the Super Pump is too high for any tall reach tip at all. It's too much. Okay. So understand that. We will be getting, we've had some prototypes in for tall reach tips for Super Pump, but we haven't settled on a size just yet. One thing we did know is that we get less length with the current TRT because that's built for an 8 to 10 gallon a minute pressure washer. Well, the TRT is 16, so it's necking it down. You lose a lot of length, right? So we'll find a size. We'll get it to you. We'll figure it out. You know, it may have its own special gun, but I'm not saying anything just yet. John, well, what separates SH from Ox? Well, they are two completely different chemicals. Sodium hypochlorite removes organic matter. It changes the pH in the organic matter, kills it, which makes it easy to rinse away. That is sodium hypochlorite. You use that for a house wash, for oxidation removal, right? Which I do not recommend since you are brand new. Okay. Get you some Oxnox and play with it, but don't be booking no jobs because you're brand new. Okay. You need to play with it. You need to learn. Oxnox is not for the new guy who is not willing to figure it out and learn. Okay. Don't be booking no job, getting it in, running over there the next day, spraying. All right. Don't do that. Get a case, spend the money, get a case and learn. Okay. Spray sodium hypochlorite on the house. Remove all organics. Spray Oxnox on oxidation removal. Start with vinyl siding because vinyl siding is the easiest to do. And here's how you can do vinyl siding with Oxnox. 50-50 or straight if you just want to go straight. I don't care. I go 50-50. Right? 50-50 on I don't play with it, guys. I don't do no like heavy dilutions. I don't mess with all that. I'm coming to do this job quick. I ain't trying to save Kim because oxidation removal, write this down. Right? If you got a notepad nearby, I'm here to make you money. Oxidation removal is 3 times the cost of what you would charge to wash the house. If you're going to remove the oxidation, you charge 3x. 3 times, not 2 times. 3 times. Can't believe that. Yes, because it's not cleaning. Well, then what is it, Aaron? If it's not cleaning, it's restoration. It's not even in the realm of cleaning. Sodium hypochlorite is the only cleaning solution we use. All of these other chemicals are restoration chemicals. Okay. Efflo, go, right? Oxnox. You could say dynamite degreasers, I guess, a cleaning chemical. I guess you could. Unless you're doing like real bad oil stains and you're doing spot treatments. Then I would say I would kind of categorize those spots as restoration. Right? You know what I mean? So learn the chem, dude. Learn the chem. Average homeowner don't care about oxidation. They want the house to look clean, not worried about powder, more money out of their pocket. John, this is the poor thinking. This is the poor thinking that is holding you in this impoverished state. And how I know that you don't have a lot of money is because of how you're speaking. See, you actually think that more money out of their pocket is a thing. It's not a thing. It's not real. Because there's about 15 guys in the chat right now who would tell you that people will pay 3x the cost of a house wash for oxidation removal all the time. And they're getting it, and they've done it. And let me minister to you, buddy. You're new. All right. See? Didn't know what oxidation was for a minute. Now knows that the homeowner don't want the surface. See? Like, see, I know you're not sure about really much. You're saying you're not sure what it achieves. See, this is the big issue. And I'm saying all this with love, man. Is that you talking out of turn. Okay. You talking confident. It's hubris. You talking real confident, don't know what shit you're talking about. Because you got a gang of people that if they were sitting here, you wouldn't have said this. Because there's a gang of people getting paid to do this service you're saying people won't pay for. Right? Forever self-employed in the chat. What up? How many calls have you had for oxidation removal? Well, before I was an inventor, it's mainly an upsell, right? Or a paint prep situation. But just because something's an upsell doesn't mean plenty of people aren't paying for it. Okay. It's your job to make the customer aware of what it's going to look like if you do the restoration. And personally, before Oxnox, I wouldn't have even done it. Why? Because Oxnox is brushless. And there hasn't been one that's brushless ever. So guess what you used to have to saddle up for? Toting a brush and brushing your ass off on the second story, getting yourself some 3D delts. All right. Now, guys are getting a little lazy because you got Oxnox. You can spray it up there. If you know how to use it, rinse it off. Okay. Okay. Well, you see what I'm saying, John William? Comes in knowing nothing, 5 minutes later knows everything. This is our existence. This is why we don't answer phone calls. See? Except for like Mike Turman. He might be the only person I talk to. Right? But John, you coming in all sideways because there's not just me. There's about 15 other guys here. Yeah, probably about 20 now in the chat. I'll give 10 of y'all the benefit of the doubt who are getting big money for cleaning this oxidation. Okay. And you're saying it's not real, it doesn't exist. It's not about people asking, right? If I asked y'all what y'all wanted, if Henry Ford asked people before he invented the car what they wanted, they would have said faster horses, my guy. See? If I asked y'all what y'all wanted in a pump, y'all would have said a Northern Tool pump that doesn't leak. I don't ask the market. I'm telling the market what they want. They want a super pump. And they want brushless oxidation removal. And by God, I'm going to give it to them. And I did. Bless you, my child. See? Yeah, but now you understand. See, I get now you understand because I've been spanking you a little bit. All right. I get it. Them revelations come quick. You get on Lean and Mean chat, baby. Yeah. Why would I do it, GC? I'm not getting a brush. I invented the brushless chemical. Why would I brush? What the correct answer is, GC, is thank you. That's the correct answer. Some of y'all coming sideways. And really what the correct answer is thank you, man. Right? Why would we go? William gets it. See? Truth Seeker gets it. Right? No, he's saying that people won't pay for it. See, GC, you need to read up. People won't pay for it. He said they only care about the cost. And that's the first thing my customers didn't care about. Cost was like third place. Okay. I've had plenty of customers who would have paid because I've done plenty of house washes, and there's a few guys in here who've done house washes for $4,000 and more. House washes, not commercial properties, houses, $5,000 house wash. I've been on the property with some of the guys in the chat who've done it, right? Because they know those same customers, had there been a chemical available at that time, would have paid for oxidation removal. It's just because there wasn't a chemical available until Oxnox that was going to give you the brushless capability, unless you know how to use it, right? See? And I don't, you know what I mean? I get it. Now, why do you think we invented it? Is because we understood that it was such a difficult task to remove oxidation, right? Of course I own the product. The correct answer is, John, thank you. That's the correct answer. There don't need to be any other words, but thank you. See? How many people in the chat have used Oxnox? Having True Seeker, tell them about Oxnox. Come on, let's go. Get it. I guess all of these people are me. I got like 17 people in the chat that are me. They're all just AI bots. Can't listen to none of them, right? I'm one of those guys, John, that if I see an issue in the market, I'm going to invent a solution. I'm finally in a position to not only have done that multiple times. I'm on like, Cody and I are on like, I don't know what time we're on. We're on like 6th, 7th. Wood Wizard's crazy good. Dynamite degreaser is like an industry staple. It's basically a Google term at this point. Right? You got to get your mind right. I know some of you guys are just now popping in, and I'm about to jump out and go to my son's football practice. But you got to get your mind right. Guys, I hope some of these guys who popped in later in the chat can solidify what I was talking about at the beginning of this live, right? It was almost like the prophecy was fulfilled. The exact thing that I was talking about came and showed itself later in the chat. There's no opportunity. It's too expensive. People won't do it. See, the big problem with our industry is that it's too easy to get involved in. I guess you could just go buy some chemicals and do it. That's the problem, is because everybody can get involved. That's a plus too, because if you're a guy like me who had nothing, right, I can get involved too. That was good. It's good and bad. It's a double-edged sword. But the big problem is guys who know nothing are usually the loudest, right? They come in, they complain about everything. They call you 16 times, leave you bad reviews, man. You know, like the pros don't say anything. They just go operate. It's the new guys who expect you to hold their dick while they pee. You see, don't want to pay for it though, right? Don't want to pay for it. Don't. No. I bought a gallon of Oxnox and I need you to hold my dick because I got to pee. See, over here buying condoms, don't know how to fuck. You got to learn how to fuck, man. Shit. Cannot confirm or deny. I don't know yet. Okay, so don't go there just yet. I don't know. All right. Why are you buying condoms, man? Don't buy them. How you put this thing on? Well, the damn condom company, the damn condom don't work. No, you don't work. You don't know how to do it. I don't know. I do not know yet. All right. Hey, John, I'm just being hard on you, man. I'm being hard on you because I want you to expand your mind. I want you to expand your profits. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. I'm going to go to my son's football practice. I'll see you soon. Okay. Good chat.